Let's start in the NFL. Derrick Henry leads the NFL in rushing by almost 300 yards. Wow. He leads the NFL in rushing touchdowns by 4 touchdowns, more than the second guy who has 6. He has more rushing touchdowns, as many as Davis Mills and Daniel Jones have passing touchdowns combined. This guy's an animal. Why did I take C-Mac? I should have taken him with my first overall pick. That was the biggest bust of the fantasy draft pick I could have ever done without getting Derrick Henry. I mean, my God, Tennessee blows out the Chiefs. CBS flipped the game off as soon as Mahomes gets hurt, and here comes Chad Henne. And they showed us an even worse game, which was the blowout in Baltimore. Chiefs stink without Mahomes. They look like just an average bunch with him. And that's what's getting scary is the Chiefs are now below 500, running out of opportunities, right? And Mahomes is apparently past concussion protocol, so let's see what they can do. Titans are up there in the AFC, certainly a weak division, AFC South. They're a contender in the AFC, but not only have they been there before, right? AFC title game 2 years ago, in playoffs again last year. But there are just too many good teams outside looking into the NFL because of what's going on in the NFC. Just loads of talent at the top in the NFC. Since he's currently the 1 seed in the AFC, like things are going to change, right? Since he's good, not great. They remind me a lot of the Cardinals from last year, like a team that's going to take the NFL by storm. I think just a year away, they'll be a fringe playoff team. Maybe they'll make it not unlike the Cardinals last year. And look what they did in year 2 or the next year, right? They are one of the top teams in the NFL as they remain undefeated, the lone undefeated team. Ravens show their weakness. No, the Raiders aren't for real. They're just beating bad teams. Are the Eagles going to lose in Detroit this weekend? Lions, Dan Campbell, he responds from his tears to his anger to fake punts and onside kicks. But then once the script ran out, so did the Lions' luck. They did cover, but they still lose again, yet to have a win. But the Eagles might be the team to give it to them. My goodness, they get blown out by a pretty mediocre Ravens team. Here's the top. It's the Bills, Bucks, and Rams at the top still, right? We'll see Arizona and Green Bay are at the top. We'll see who's better as they battled out in the desert on Thursday, a great primetime game to get the week started. Devontae Adams on the COVID-19 reserve list. What's going to be the status there? We'll also see the Cowboys this weekend, what they're about, another top 5 team, if they can keep it going. Only team undefeated against the number. See if they can keep it going against Minnesota. Your boy might potentially be there under the lights, getting spooky Halloween here in the Twin Cities. Here is your MVP race. Tom Brady, no particular order here. Brady, Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Aaron Rodgers, and then Henry's 5th because it's so hard for a running back to win it. It's a quarterback-driven league. Murray's got passing and throwing, rushing touchdowns, but what Henry's doing can't get overlooked. He's right there. And if the Titans still win, that's the thing with the Titans. They've got these great wins paired with some really bad losses. Only team to lose to the Jets. Remember that. But hey, what he's doing is incredible. All right, so Deshaun Watson to Carolina. Is he going to play against the Falcons this weekend? What's going? Is this just trial balloon? Is this as good as done? What is happening here? If the Houston Texans are saying we're literally tanking our season by saying why aren't they playing them? Is it 1, because they think it's morally infeasible? No, we can't play this guy. Or 2, they don't want to put anything on the field to perhaps hinder Watson's mystery around him. Don't want to hinder that value because it looks like steam's gathering that the Texans are going to get what they wanted all along, and that's trading Deshaun Watson for these draft picks. He's still going to command this high price, and they'll get him out of there. It's a dicey situation, but it's Carolina. Their season's in the shitter now as they've lost 4 in a row without McCaffrey. Do they go and get Watson and just sacrifice their morals? Again, it's innocent until proven guilty, right? But I think the magnitude and the number of cases against Watson certainly suggests at least, if your team traded for him, it's got to be some moral conundrum for you, right? I know I wouldn't want him. But I know these guys get paid to win football games, and that is a clear upgrade over Sam Darnold. Now, is it Miami? Are they ready to punt on Tua already because their season's going to the crap as they lose to my Atlanta Falcons? It's just kind of sick that the NFL is making a bidding war for this guy who should not be in the spotlight other to be tarred and feathered. If he is guilty of all this, which, make your own opinion. But It's interesting. Deshaun, well, I guess we'll see throughout the courses of the weekend. I like the Falcons to beat Carolina anyway, no matter what. And here's what's crazy is, the MLB rightfully gets rid of Trevor Bauer, and he's still trying to fight it in court. And the MLB just said, no, we're not, you can't be playing. The Dodgers didn't even want him. The MLB is not letting Bauer come back yet. All of a sudden, the NFL is having a guy, two different situations, but again, alleged sexual illicit behavior on both sides. And the NFL's the league saying, yeah, he might play Sunday because they haven't said Deshaun Watson can't play. That's why the teams are in on the sweepstakes for him. Interesting storyline to keep an eye on. I think the Falcons beat Carolina this weekend regardless. Carolina 0-4 without C-Mac, who's still on injured reserve. They're about the same as the Saints, Falcons, and Saints, I think. We'll see about the Saints tonight against the Seahawks. Favorable is what I was going for there. Schedule from the 4-12 year last year, right? You get easier opponents in the NFL the next year. Wish we had that Washington game back. Ridley and Gage being back is a huge plus. Gage had a touchdown, took the top off of defense, albeit a bad defense, and then Ridley touchdown as well, and Kyle Pitts had the one-handed catch. He's quickly turning into an animal. Falcons, sneaky playoff team? No. We'll see if they get the win this week. Who knows? They've got an offense. The defense still stinks, and they're still the Falcons, but hey, we're taking care of some bad teams, and I will take that in a year that Boston College is breaking my heart.